Yellen is talking now about, with some urgency in her tone of voice and delivery, about maybe, wow, we've had 50 basis points of hikes in 8 years, and maybe it's time for another 50 basis points in another, what, year or something like that?
Yeah, I think it's interesting. We're about halfway through her testimony. The market has not taken today's hawkishness very badly. In fact, really it hasn't priced in that much more likelihood of a March hike, although some might think she was signaling that. I think we still look for 2 to 3 hikes through the course of the year, but I think there's a countervailing trend. Up to this point, it's been all hikes, hikes, hikes. Or for emerging markets, in addition to Fed rate hikes potentially being a negative, of course, stronger dollar is the question, and protectionism. And yet you look through all of that, and whatever equity market you look at in the world, generally it's been moving up, including EM.
Yeah. The thing is, I just don't, you know, this hawkishness, though, is actually a good thing. I mean, look at the dollar bulls take it and run with it right now. And yet, I don't know what this urgency is coming from right now, because you look at what the president is doing. He's still having trouble with his inner circle of advisors. You know, he can't. I mean, it's been 3 weeks since his presidency started, and he's had to move on to another national security advisor because of problems, you know, over the Russia situation. He hasn't even gotten around to doing anything inflationary. That's my only concern there, is they'll start hiking in anticipation, sort of preemptive action, which can be very dangerous, can't it? What if you get onto that path?
I certainly think that there will be a mode of caution. It's at this point, it's commentary without action. I think she was highlighting a few things that could be inflationary. Of course, the move towards tax cuts and a more stimulative fiscal policy would get any Fed a little bit on edge to watch what happens. Some of the numbers out of the rest of the world, the numbers out of China and PPI, those things are points that the Fed will watch as well. That said, I still think, again, you see the market taking her words with a grain of salt. She may get pressed tomorrow a bit more to clarify on whether she's talking about March, but to some extent, how much is she signaling versus how much does she intend to do?